how, if it is, are they any different in Clemson as far as what you've seen the last couple of years into what you see this year? They're obviously younger on the defensive front.
I mean, Clemson, obviously, when you lose 4 first-rounders, you lost another guy, like a 5th guy to the draft, like, you're going to take a hit. But they're one of the top programs in the country for a reason. They are a deep team. They're always going to just reload. It's not like they're just going to lose all their talent. Like, they're still a really talented front seven. And, obviously, they're one of the top 3 defenses in the country right now. So,
Robbie, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've been practicing and playing, so feel good.
What's been clicking with this offense over the last 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks for this? It's about to put up over 100 points over the last couple of games.
I think it's just a matter of, so we're not running anything different. We're running all the same stuff that we ran against Notre Dame, EKU, WKU, FCU. We're running the same stuff. I think it's just a matter of everybody, of course, had confidence going into the first couple games. But like as we've continued doing the stuff, we're just building more confidence. Past interviews, I've talked about how we work on the same things and perfecting and working on ourselves rather than worrying about other stuff. I think that's shown with our offense kind of exploding the last 2 games, no matter who's in anywhere. So,
is it coincidence that in the last 2 games you played so well in the running game and different things, and you guys have been rotating more on the line? Is that something that maybe plays into it as well?
I think that's a huge thing. I think it keeps guys fresh because obviously, so like normally teams they rotate their defensive lines a ton. That's why you see guys still be able to get sacks and stuff late in game. It's kind of the same philosophy right now. I think it's the same, we're rotating guys that we're confident in, that we can trust, go out there and play well, and it allows guys to be fresh late in the game when Wake Forest is making a comeback and we have to keep the lead and it's 4th and 1. Like we're able to just go out there and be fresher and still more physically into it than the other team.
Obviously, helping keep you fresh is when special teams score touchdowns. What was it like watching the Sun Hall kind of take that touchdown?
Those are 100% my favorite kind of drives. When the field goal team can just go straight out there and we just get the points. Those are super fun. They're huge confidence boosters, obviously, like the statistics show and all the crazy stuff. Like when you get huge returns like that, your percentage to win the game goes through the roof. It's crazy and everything. And when you get one huge one for a touchdown, and then the next drive you get a huge one by 2-2 on a punt return all the way down there, and we can score the next play. Like those are real easy 14 points to where like it's hard for teams to overcome that. And I mean, Wake Forest battled their butts off the entire game, and they almost did, but like when we're able to get out to a jump like that, it's just hard for other teams to overcome that.
You mentioned the 2-2 punt return. Hassan had another one that went pretty much 20. Just when you go out on the field as an offense, are you fairly confident, even more confident when you know
when that happens, we know we're scoring in the next 2 plays. It's the mindset that we go out there with when our special teams or when our defense does great stuff and helps us out like that. We just have that mindset. Okay, the other phases of the game did their part. It's our part. Go score in the next play, next 2 plays, and make sure that we get points on the board.
When you saw Evan for the first time, what did you kind of think about him as a quarterback, and now the progression that he's made in the few months that he's been?
So I knew a little bit about Evan. He's a fellow Georgia kid, so I knew a little bit about him when he was in high school. I have a kid from my high school who's committed to App State who told me a little bit about him. So I knew that he was an athletic kid who was able to throw the ball. When he came in during spring, and he was just like he was one guy. He didn't care how long he was at the stadium or how much he had to do. He was just willing to go do the extra work, whether it was in the film room, throwing extra receivers, doing extra drill work, extra stuff in the weight room. And so like when you see a kid come in as an early enrollee, 18-year-old kid come in that dedicated, you know it's going to pay off when he gets his shot. And he's gotten his shot the last 2 weeks, and he's just played out of his mind.
Has there been any discussion about last year's Clemson game? I mean,
no.
Just
Nope.
How quickly was it when you think back to last year to put that game behind you?
When this new staff came in, we didn't care about last season. We were focused on making sure we were the best team we could be this year. So, and I think that's starting to show with a 4-2 start, starting to click everywhere. And so we don't worry about last season.
Off that, just how different is the feel around this group, right? Is it confidence? Is it a mindset thing? I mean, you guys are playing really well right now. Just how different does that feel?
I think we've got a confidence. I said it. It's similar to how I said whenever we get the big special team stuff and everything, or the big defensive stops. Every time the offense goes on the field, we believe we're going to score a touchdown. And so it's just a confidence that we have to have, and it's because of all of our hard work, focusing on ourselves, working on the little things every single day, since spring ball to camp to all throughout the season, during our first bye week and all, and it's starting to pay off and show.